Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, where today I want to talk about Call of Duty 2017, which is Sledgehammer's Call of Duty. I want to sort of talk about the zombies, or the third game mode, and see if zombies is such a good idea for them to go into, or whether they should try and branch off into something different. Now personally, I would say that they should do something else. They shouldn't do zombies for their third game mode. They should do something else which is completely different, which hopefully would get our attention. And Extinction was something like that tried to get our attention. A lot of people liked it, a lot of people didn't like it. It was in the middle, but at least it wasn't zombies, and at least it was something new. Now I feel like Sledgehammer should do this, they should do something else, but the problem with this is the fact that Sledgehammer could have like a complete new game mode. They could have the whole idea, the whole storyline for that game mode, and Activision, as you know, pull the strings, so they're going to say, actually, we've listened to your third game mode idea and we don't like it, so do zombies, alright? And Activision pulls the strings so that they can tell Sledgehammer, Treyarch, Infinity Ward what they have to do in their games, and even if they have these ideas for their games, Activision are essentially the boss and they have to tell them what to do. Activision knows that zombies sells, and even though zombies have done poorly in the past, for instance Exo Zombies, and there's also been zombie game modes that have done well, i.e. I would say Infinite Warfare Zombies is actually doing fairly good. It's sort of got like quite a lot of the community hyped. There's a few people who don't like it, but obviously that's going to happen because it's not Treyarch's. And then obviously Treyarch Zombies are just like the one that just everyone loves, but it all boils down to the fact that in the community you have people who love Treyarch Zombies. I think the majority of people in the community just love Treyarch Zombies, if not all of the people in the community will. And then you got the people who sort of like Exo Zombies, it was alright, it was a filler game mode, it was alright for its time. And then you got the people who also love Infinite Warfare Zombies as well. I'm part of that, I love Infinite Warfare Zombies, but I feel like that is nowhere near as good as Treyarch Zombies, and it's definitely a good game to fill out this year. I would have much preferred it if Infinite Warfare went into a different direction and they would have done, say, an Extinction 2.0 or something different, just something that's not zombies, because again, like I say, leave zombies to Treyarch. They know how to do it best, and even though they've done a good job of zombies, that's Infinity Ward by the way, even though they've done a good job of zombies, I feel like they could have done a better job of doing their whole new, like completely new game mode. But with all that being said, I still feel like Activision are going to force them to do zombies, even if they have their own idea. They're going to say, drop it, do zombies, it's going to sell, we're going to make more money. They're all about that money. So I'm pretty convinced right now that they're going to do zombies, and it's going to be Infinite Warfare Zombies this year, Sledgehammer Zombies next year, Treyarch Zombies the year after, and then we're going to get, God knows, probably more zombies in the future. But anyway, now that we sort of understand that they're probably going to do zombies because they're going to be forced into doing it, is it going to be a good idea? And I personally don't think it's going to be a good idea, again, because they're going to be forced into doing something that they might not be passionate about. But at the same time, I feel like this could be quite interesting, and here's why. I didn't want to make this video at first just talking about the leaks, apparent leaks that we've had recently, because there's been a lot of people saying that we've had new leaks of this next Call of Duty game called Call of Duty World War 2. Or WW2 for short. Now that's a pretty simple name, and we haven't really had a simple name like that since like Modern Warfare 2 or even Call of Duty 4. Like, they're pretty simple names we've always had since then, that is sort of just more complex names. So Call of Duty World War 2, it's been leaked, it's pretty fake. I mean, I would say it's fake. This is why I didn't want to make a video on it at first, because at first I would have just been covering the fact that these leaked images are out. They're actually fake, and there's been like sort of people proving the fact that these are screenshots from like other games and game trailers and whatnot. But what isn't fake and what's actually true about the whole thing is the fact that they've confirmed that the next Call of Duty, which is this year in November, is going to be World War II settings. So even though the whole game cover and the leaked images and stuff have been faked, the actual game setting itself, so World War II, is going to be the setting, which is really good, because we also know the fact that it's not going to be futuristic like jump movements and things, and I think that's something that we're all just going to take a step back and just breathe a bit, because it's something that we've been like sort of buried under, is the fact that we've had so many games now which have been futuristic. I'm really glad now that we got a game that's coming that's not going to be futuristic. But my opinion on this is the fact that with zombies coming this year, and with it being a World War II setting, it's not going to be futuristic jump movements or anything. I feel like it's going to go back to its World at War roots, even though it's not going to be a Treyarch game. It's going to have more of the atmosphere of the World at War, like, time, I guess, because it's going to be World War II, so it's going to have World War II weapons, it's going to have World War II sort of feel and the look to it. Hopefully the style will be pretty old school look, it's going to look pretty more like World at War. Hopefully it's going to have a World at War-esque look to it, rather than say a Black Ops 3 look to it. I don't know, it's quite hard to put into words at the moment, but I just feel like with a World War II game, with the weapons, with the sort of grenades, they could easily make this game feel like World at War. And that might spark interest in the community again. It might spark a lot of people to come back to playing zombies, because if you think about World at War at the beginning, loads of people loved it, and those people love it today because there's a lot of nostalgia. Whereas now people are sort of playing Black Ops 3 and they're playing Infinite Warfare, and there's so many things to do now in Zombies, and it just needs to go back to that simplistic route, and that may be where like Sledgehammer is going to take Zombies if possible. Like if they do Zombies for World War II, it's probably going to be quite simple. It probably won't be anywhere near as complex as Black Ops 3 was. Now at first I didn't think that Black Ops 3 was that difficult, like I didn't think it was that complex, but obviously being a YouTuber and the hype of Black Ops 3, I would be playing that game every single day, make sure I get all the Easter eggs and whatnot videos out for you guys. But talking to mates in real life who play the game on and off, who don't play it every single day, they tell me that they struggle and they don't like Black Ops 3 because of the fact it's so difficult. They don't like the whole idea of gobble guns, and they hate the whole idea of the Easter eggs being so damn difficult to do, and it's so complex because there's so many different tasks, they don't know how to get the wonder weapons. Then it makes me think, actually it is somewhat really difficult of a task. If you don't know what you're doing, the tasks in these maps can be real difficult. Maybe this next Call of Duty Zombies, which is coming out in November, could go back to the roots of being more simple, so more people will be able to play it without having to look on YouTube how to just play the game. Because really you should be able to hop into a game and play it without having to think, I'm going to now go on YouTube and look up a tutorial on how to do this. But obviously there's two sides to the coin, because you've got the players, like I say, who want Black Ops 3 to be as complex as it is. Personally, I think it's good because it means that you've got more tasks to look at, you've got more Easter eggs to find. But there's a lot more players who would rather the game be a lot more simple. So, like I say, maybe the Call of Duty Zombies this year will be a lot more simple. And if that's the case, maybe it will just spark a lot more people to come play the game. That might then increase the views for YouTubers on YouTube. And it also might increase the sales of the game if people understand that it's going to be more simplistic. That's really my thoughts on it though. Obviously it could be completely different. Maybe it's not simplistic, maybe it's going to be just as complicated as Black Ops 3, where you've got like 20 tasks just to get a wonder weapon, or where you've got like a load of steps just to do the Easter egg. I personally think the Easter eggs are fine. I feel like some of the wonder weapons can take the biscuit a little bit when it comes to the fact that you have to do A, B and C just to be able to get a weapon in the game. You should be able to get all weapons equally. Back in older Call of Duty, so like Black Ops 1, you could get a thunder gun out of the box. That was the wonder weapon. You could get the ray gun out of the box. Two wonder weapons right there that you could just get out of the box. And nowadays, you've got wonder weapons like the Marastagua that you have to build in Shadows of Evil. You've got the Bows and the Eisendrache, you have to obtain them. And you've got all these wonder weapons, and none of them you can get out of the box. You have to obtain all of them by building them or by somehow doing a little quest to be able to gain them. A lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people don't know how to do that, because you think about the amount of different steps and quests you have to do along all the Call of Duty zombie maps, you sort of end up forgetting. Right now, I can't remember half the stuff that's in Mob of the Dead or Origins, and it's sort of that thing of you have to go back and revisit the map and look over to try and remember. Whereas in any of the World at War maps, I still remember everything on Deriza, everything to do with like the flytrap Easter egg, mainly because it was really simple. All you needed was a pack-a-punch gun and then to shoot a few teddy bears. I still remember everything to do like the locations of the teleporters, but then that could be because of the giant being in Black Ops 3 and the Deriza remake in Black Ops 1. But I still remember everything in Verrucht, and I still remember everything in Shino Numa. So because it's more of a simple game, it's easier to remember. But nowadays, I feel like if I went a year or two without Black Ops 3, like being able to play it, if I went 2 years without playing that game, guaranteed I would forget how to do at least one of the Easter eggs, and I'll forget loads of the smaller tasks as well, and I'd just forget how to do the little things like upgrading the Bouncing Betties on Shadows of Evil, or I would forget how to upgrade the shield in Gorod Krovi, or just these smaller things you would forget because it's so small, and it's sort of the things that you sort of forget about if you just don't play the game for long enough. But I feel like if they're smart enough with this, I feel like if Activision and Sledgehammer are both smart about this, they could actually make a pretty badass game. If it has to be a zombies, then obviously it has to be zombies. You know, Activision like to make money and they know zombies sell, like I've said. If it's zombies, I just hope they go something different with it. Infinity Ward did a good job with making sure that goes in a different direction, and I hope that Sledgehammer do the same as well. Exo Zombies is a good example of a bad zombies game mode. They need to make sure that it's not like Exo Zombies, but it's different from Treyarch or Infinite Warfare Zombies. So I guess we'll have to see, but that was just my opinions on it anyway. My opinions were basically they should really do something different, something like Extinction, but obviously not Extinction now that it has been done. Sledgehammer needs to go their own direction, and I just real hope that they do, so that will give fresh new content not only for YouTubers, but also for the viewers and casual players as well. You don't have to play zombies for an extra year. You could play game mode 3, whatever that's going to be, and then you sort of get refreshed with zombies when you come back a year later and Treyarch comes out in November 2018. Then hopefully it's going to be a fresh new experience for you, and it might just rebirth the community a bit. But do let me know what your thoughts and opinions are down in the comment section below. I'll be sure to read them all out. And like you said at the beginning of this video, I didn't really want to make a video on this because I knew the images that were released were fake. But at the same time, it's a World War II setting that's been confirmed. So I just wanted to sort of ponder upon a World War II Zombies or a World War II third game mode. If there's any sort of game mode you think they could create, do let me know your ideas again down below. Maybe some theories or whatnot. And we'll just have to see. And maybe I'll make another video on it soon. But either way, I feel like YouTubers in the Zombies community are going to be safe because you've got Infinite Warfare who's going to have the Infinite Warfare Zombies. And there's also a high chance that Extinction 2 is going to come out soon because there's been a lot of sort of sneaky tweets from Lee Ross as well recently, sort of hinting towards Extinction coming back. So hopefully that'll be something that YouTubers will be able to sort of pump out content for as well before Treyarch comes out with their Call of Duty in 2018. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead, leave a like rating and comment down below. Subscribe around here for more Zombies content, and as always, I'll see you next time. Peace out.